Okay, so this is probably take like 30, and we're gonna roll with it. So I am not that comfortable in front of cameras, and we're gonna get used to each other here and figure it out. So I wanted to make a video to tell my family and friends about some medical things that I have been dealing with and have a journey ahead of me. So most of you know, or maybe you didn't, but I have had headaches my entire life. And I have often complained of just having really bad pressure and pain always in the back of my neck and most certainly my shoulders. Ever since I was little, I could remember these headaches. And as I've gotten older, there's been a lot of other little things that I never realized were connected. So I have had pretty significant vision changes as I've gotten older. Again, I thought because I was getting older. So um, here recently, I have a lot more just pain. It feels like they're swollen or that they kind of shake a little bit every now and then. And I have light sensitivity in a dark room. I feel like I'm still having light in my eyes, and so I haven't been, able to sleep real well for a long time. And sleep apnea is definitely on my list of symptoms right now. So I'm waking up feeling like I can't breathe, like I have swallowed like cotton or something. So I have to like clear my throat, get up to get a drink of water, and have just been really restless for quite some time. But again, I thought normal, right? I thought it was just stress and chaos, but it's not. And I have been now experiencing some overall fatigue, and my hands will go numb, and I'll get just a lot of body aches and pains, and started really feeling like crap lately. And I'll start getting real tired to where I don't realize I'm even falling asleep sometimes, and I will like nod and jerk back awake, I guess. And so losing consciousness is kind of happening, and that's a pretty scary thing, especially while driving. I get real tired, and um, even after a full night of sleep. So these symptoms and things that have been happening have been getting worse. So we went to the doctor. That's where we're leading up to. So I have been told that I have a condition called Chiari Malformation, and it means that my brain is misshaped. So your cerebellum, it's that back piece of your brain, kind of at the bottom, kind of looks like a cloud. Broccoli, I don't know, cauliflower people refer it to, but the takeaway is it's supposed to be nicely tucked up in the back part of your skull. And mine, and in a rare condition that again usually born with, it means that that part of my brain is actually descended, so grown downwards, like into my spine, like the top part of my spine. So at the bottom of your skull, there's supposed to be like a hole where your, vertebrae hold up your skull. And there's supposed to be an empty space there where your spinal fluid and other, brain stuff is supposed to travel. And it's not supposed to be full, of your brain. So it does mean that I have a lot of pressure and no space there, so the fluid doesn't travel correctly, and it causes a lot of my symptoms that I've been dealing with again my whole life. So um, it's not life threatening, but it can cause paralysis, and obviously my neurological symptoms can get worse. And as they are, I definitely have sought out medical care. So um, it does mean a surgery. It's called decompression surgery. It is brain surgery, but it's not It's not too intense. They will cut open a good spot down the back of my, my head and into the top part of my shoulders, and they go in there and take a piece of the skull and part of the vertebrae even, and just make room for the part of my brain that's sitting where it doesn't belong. And it could be, more or less kind of an elective surgery if I didn't have symptoms, but because of how progressive and worsening things are, and the scary part of being, paralyzed is on my mind. So the surgery is coming. It's not definite just yet. I'm still waiting on the neurosurgeon's appointment to review like the MRIs and find out how much, everything's kind of blocked and not moving correctly. I was told that it's 11 millimeters. That's pretty significant. And the doctor was pretty adamant about when, not if. So my family and I are just kind of preparing for that, and I'm getting a lot of education the best I can. Of course, I, will take support and prayers and all the great things. So as I go through this journey, I wanted to make a diary and kind of talk with others about it, so those facing it maybe can learn from the things that I will post about. I learned a lot from the surgery and recovery from watching others on like YouTube and Facebook and things. So I hope to do that for other people, and I will channel some of that stuff to be public and for others to watch. But not everybody needs to see the pain and suffering and the surgery and things. So I'll kind of pick and choose what things I put on like Facebook versus maybe on the websites for Chiari Malformation. So as I am going through this journey, there will be times where I'll have some rough days, and sometimes my slurred speech, and I get a little confused with what I'm trying to say, and that's been kind of going on too. But now I'm starting to notice it more, and the videos and things make me a little uncomfortable. But I wanted to make sure that those people out there that want to keep up and know what's going on, and I also don't want to feel alone with this, so I feel like letting some of you in and telling people about it is going to help me. So long enough message already, I think, but it's all in good intention. I hope that it doesn't necessarily scare anybody, or if you have questions or want to talk with me, of course I encourage you to do so. And for those that maybe are looking for information about this condition, and those of us that live with it, I'm here to support you as well. So we will catch you on the next one. I hope everybody is doing well, and we'll talk soon. Love you. Bye.